When we talk about femininity, we tend to have this idea of what a feminine woman looks like or how she carries herself, but we don't usually think about how that femininity influences the way she shows up in the world. And because of that, both women as well as men tend to have a lot of myths and misconceptions about what it means to be feminine. Hi, my name is Apoorva. We talk about things like feminine energy, femininity, womanhood, personal development, and more on this channel. So if you want to learn more about those things, then do consider subscribing to the channel and turn the notifications on as well. The first myth about femininity is that it is superficial. Now, if a woman's femininity seems superficial, then she is not truly being feminine. It is just an act. Because true femininity is internal, it is your innate nature. Of course, it can get reflected on the outside in the way you look or your mannerisms, but it is always a reflection of who you are inside. If a woman is just dressing in a feminine way but operating in her masculine energy, then she is not being feminine. Your softness, your playfulness, your gentleness, and your receptivity make you feminine. Femininity is not just an aesthetic, it is the very essence of who you are. The second myth is that women try to be feminine only to get male attention. Now, femininity is an end in itself. It is not just the means to an end. It is true that men, especially the more masculine men, are attracted to the more feminine women, and this is because of the natural polarity between the masculine and the feminine. It is how we are wired biologically. Women who don't want to be feminine or don't want to be seen as feminine are usually the ones who don't feel safe to be feminine, or the ones who equate femininity with weakness. In either case, these beliefs stem from their own wounds that need to be addressed. So if a woman looks down upon another woman for being feminine, then maybe this is because she is envious of that woman, as she herself is not comfortable expressing her own femininity. It is possible that she did not have a feminine role model when she was growing up. It is possible that when she was growing up, she was appreciated for her masculine traits, but she was not encouraged to express her femininity. Also, there is nothing wrong with desiring male attention. It does not make you shallow or superficial. It is just a natural feminine urge. Of course, that attention should not become a source of validation that you depend on to feel worthy or good enough. The third myth is that feminine women are weak and they can't take care of themselves. Women need men and men need women. We are not meant to be independent. We are social beings. A lot of this need for complete independence comes from the fear of trusting someone, because when you trust someone, you know that they can hurt you. But no matter what we do, we cannot always avoid getting hurt. Look, the masculine gives while the feminine receives. This is how we are wired. This is our true nature. And just like you need to be strong in order to provide for someone, you also need to be strong to be open enough to receive from someone. That strength is not apparent, but that does not mean that it doesn't exist. It is their unprocessed or unresolved trauma that makes women afraid of having men provide for them. And if you can provide for yourself and do everything yourself, it does not mean that you necessarily have to do everything yourself. The masculine wants to provide for you and protect you. It is a core masculine desire. It is a man's way of showing that he cares for you. He's not trying to prove that he is more capable than you by providing for you. Remember that men and women are not meant to compete with each other. We are meant to complete each other, to be on the same team. The fourth myth is that feminine women are frivolous. Now, any Intelligent woman who has had this belief, if and when she is willing to look at her own wounds and heal them, she would realize that she has been trying to project a certain image of herself to be taken seriously. And she has been doing this at the cost of losing touch with her true nature. Society has created this image of a feminine woman as someone who is docile, submissive, and easy to control. Of course, no woman who respects herself would want to be seen that way. But this is not what true femininity is. A feminine woman is soft as well as fierce. She is vulnerable as well as resilient, and she is gentle as well as powerful. Society has shown us only half of the picture, and even that half has been distorted. So don't allow anyone else to define femininity for you. It is your truth. Trust what your heart tells you. You are your own authority. The fifth myth is that people take advantage of feminine women, and so it is not safe to be feminine. The women who have this belief tend to be overly masculine because they want to protect themselves. Now, we need to remember that most women have a feminine core, and so if we don't embody our feminine energy and instead of that we operate in our masculine energy most of the time, then it can cost us dearly. Women who have a masculine shield around them tend to be bitter, resentful, and they tend to be so cautious that they don't even truly feel alive. Also, not embodying our feminine energy can affect not just our emotional and mental health, but our physical health as well. And as far as people, especially men, taking advantage of you is concerned, you must know that good men do exist. It is just that we need to believe that they exist for us to be able to attract such men into our lives. The world is not as bad as we have been told. Also, as women, we are highly intuitive, and so we must use that intuition. We must be discerning. We don't need to be so guarded that we deprive ourselves of the ease and the relaxation that comes with being in our feminine energy. As the feminine, we are meant to bring softness to this world, so we must not deprive the world or ourselves of it. A feminine woman can be wise and innocent at the same time. Remember that femininity is not just a way of being, it is being who you truly are. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.